Hey friends, welcome to my Sudoku kitchen, aka my kitchen, where I solve Sudokus. Happy Thursday! Happy Thursday! Yes, we are here with day 7 of Variant Sudoku 101, at least how I do it. And I thought it was unfair of me to leave you guys on the cliffhanger of James also has the Killer Sudoku blog, because I was giving it I this on Tuesday we were looking at James Sinclair's beginner something beginner guide to the most like popular constraints of variant Sudoku, and he has one just for killer. And James was also here for that video. Hey James. Yeah, and he said that he had this one. I said, let me know if you do any more. So let's exhaust this one, and then we'll put extra pressure on James. Sorry, I know you're busy. I know there's a lot going on. Well, with your book and everything, I will keep plugging that until until I can. It's actually, I think sales are. I think it's coming out like in March, so it's really really soon. So if anyone wants your copy, I'm not sure, to pre-order or whatever, go. I'll put all the links in the description, including the link to the blog of this Sudoku. So this one is the Killer Sudoku one. It's like last time, James gives like step by step with visuals, highlighting all the cages. It's really well done, as everything James does regarding Sudoku. And yeah, so we're gonna do this one today. So if y'all want like a little hand to do it with you, in case you are not wanting to read the post, I'm here to help you out, because I know some people are like that. Anything else? Yeah, I guess so. Today I'm doing okay, but I wanted to apologize again for last night's video. It was late as hell, and I want to be consistent. I want to have a habit about these things, and so apologies for that. But also, it was a messy video, y'all. I mean, it was a messy day. It's been wild. I injured my foot. I didn't explain anything about what happened, but like I injured my foot a little bit. It was very hectic. It was it's like there's a lot happened. So apologies, and the puzzle was really good. I mean, LM Damasi, it was really well done. The milkshake was top tier. I really want to make that milkshake again, which I might do because it might be sunny again soon. So fingers crossed. Yeah, today though I have a another thing that looks like a milk product. My sister would despise, but this is a jasmine milk tea. I was recently, when it was foggy and depressing, I had it with being, because I work from home, I had it with being at home, and I was like, I'ma just take a lap. And so I ended up walking for like almost an hour around, because we're near water, so around like boats and harbors, and it was like windy and foggy, and I had like in a little like hot drink canister this jasmine milk tea, and it hit the spot. And since yesterday was so shitty, here I am with my the comfiest thing I own, which my sister gifted me. Love you. Thank you. And here we are. This is comfort 101. Definitely recommend jasmine milk tea. It is green tea with milk and sugar. My dad is gonna hate this. My poor dad. Oh well. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's do so. Anything else to say? No. So the blog will be in the description. This is what I'm having today. Sorry about yesterday. Let's get going, shall we? How to do Killer 101. But wait, because we have our in-house chief resident of recommendations, Lee, told us that we can do something on the on Sven's SudokuPad. This is Sven's SudokuPad, and we can get extra help with the math of Killer Calculator. See, look, here it is. So in advanced settings, here we are, advanced settings. We have Killer Calculator on, and Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down here, actually, come to think of it. But let's look at that. And so what it does is if I put my cursor or press any cell in a killer cage, what it does is on this side, which you can't see, I'm sorry, this is part of it's part of the where my face goes. But on there it has like a little you press the button and all the options go down. So I see here that the sum of a 10 killer cage in 2, it already does that math for us, is 192834746. The 9 is 9 and 3 is 126 134 5 and 234, etc. I'm gonna remove it for today just because I want to depend more on the tips and tricks that James was offering us. But then also, if I'm doing this with you guys, I'm gonna do it by myself and not with the help of a machine. Yeah, this reminds me of the AI discussions that have been going on quite a bit across everywhere, of course. But yeah, I was thinking more of the, in Cracking the Cryptic, recently, I think it was last week or so, Simon featured a puzzle that was made by AI, and that was a whole kerfuffle, wasn't it? Interesting. If we start that discussion here, I wouldn't be mad. I have thoughts. Yeah, I have thoughts, and yeah, AI is a big deal these days. Anyways, this not AI. James made this puzzle, and we're gonna do it with our own minds, shall we? Let's do this. Before we get on to rules, we'll take a sip. If you are having a beverage with me, please let me know what you have. I love ideas. It's good to enjoy life. Yeah. So normal Sudoku rules apply. We need to place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every column, every row, and every 3x3 box. Perfect. Cages show their sums, and digits cannot repeat within a cage. So these 2 cells in the 9 cage must add up to 9. And we have the sum here, and digits cannot repeat in a cage. So that's important for, say, this cell. This cage, if this was a 2, this couldn't be another 2. Even though by Sudoku we should be able to, it's not in the same column, row, or 3x3 box, but that's just the case. Well, this couldn't be a 2 because this would have to be a 10, so that doesn't work. But point is that you can't repeat it within a cage, and that will be helpful to us moving forward. Okay. Oh, that's nice. It's not so many rules. I love it when there's a lot of rules, but I hate saying them. Toughy. Anyway, so before we start a drink, because on this channel we like to take it easy, we like to enjoy every single second that Sudokus and life grants us. So a sip. I put extra tea. I love it when it's so potent like that. Okay. Are you ready? Glider by James Sinclair. 3, 2, 1. Let's fucking go. Great. I'm thinking. No, I don't have to think because I did glance at James's blog, and I know this isn't the normal solving one where I'm solving in real time, but in this one I know sort of where to start-ish, and it makes sense. It makes sense, James. We look and we scan which cages do we already know the answer of at first glance. I'm thinking, well, in my first scan, just to tell you what happens in my brain, I'm looking at all these 6s. So this 6 can't be the same as this one, and this one can't be the same as this one, because these 2 are looking at this cell. That might be interesting moving forward, but not right now. James recommends we start off with things that we know. So this 4 and 2, there's only one way to make 4 in 2 cells, and that's a 3-1. Specifically a 3-1, not 3-1, a 3-1. Then we have 7, which we can do in 3 in only one way. That's 1, 2, 4. And next we have 24 and 3, which I now remember because previously to this channel I hadn't been too much in the killer world. But now I know that this is 7, 8, 9. So if you maximize the digits 7, 8, and 9, they add up to in 3 cells, then you get 24. So that's great. We know that. Perfect. So now we know this. Then in his thingy, you can choose to have the shaded version or the non-shaded version. I chose non-shaded because for me, I'll get to the shading myself. Sorry. Sorry. So what I want to focus on are these. So we can do it in this other, we can do it here, we can do it here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight them both with colors. Beautiful. So why do I highlight these? Well, because they are easier-ish to grasp. Why? Because they are only one cell difference from a sum that we already know. So the secret to Sudoku, it's called the secret because of cracking the cryptic, which I love. The secret is that the digits 1 to 9 add up to 45 in total. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, blah, 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 until 9 add up to 45. So we know that in any box, in this box, all of these boxes add up to 45. The same with every column. So if we had a different, if we had a killer that was really depending on the columns or rows, these all add up to 45, right? So every set of 1 to 9 digits add up to 45. Y'all get it, right? Yes. I don't have to keep repeating it. Ooh, my foot. So these cells add up to 45. Then there's this, right? So how do we go about figuring out what this is? Well, we add up 10 plus 16 plus 18 plus 15. 10 plus 16 is 16. 10 plus 6 is 16. Plus 15 is 31. Plus 18 is 39, 49. So all these cells add up to 49, but we know that these cells have to add up to 45. So this must be a 4. Great. The same thing we can do over here. So we did write down that we know these. That's great. That's fantastic. But we also know that these all add up to 45, right? Yes. So 24 plus 6 is 30, plus 9 is 39. So this must be 6. Boom. And there we have 2 cells, 2 digits, where we didn't have them before. Yes? Great. Perfect. I'm going to remove the coloring now. Perfect. So we have cells, we have digits, which is interesting. Now there's no 6 in these, which is not so important here, but there is no 6 in this 9 thing. Fascinating that there has to be a 5 somewhere here. It could be 1 5 and 2. Oh, sorry. We're supposed to be moving on with what James is telling us to do, but it's just that my brain starts to do math immediately. But we don't have to do that much more math. Let's go over here. So these cells, let's figure out what these are so that we would know what this is, and we have all the data such that we can determine how these relate to each other. So if this was, we know that this adds up to 45. This would be a call and response if I if I say it any longer. What I would be like, what does it add up to? And you'd be 45. I know. I am every day becoming more and more like Dora the Explorer. Okay, so 15 plus let's say 4, so that's 19 plus 10, that's 29, plus 22, that's 29 plus 22. 29 plus 22. I should get a calculator. No, I said I was going to do this by myself. So that's 49 plus 2, which is 51. So this is 6 different, right, to 45. That tells us, mathematically, that these two must be 6 different from each other, right? So it's not as easy as this one, where we know that this is just 4 more than 45. But this one is that these 2 cells, because these are the extraneous cells. I'm going to put this here color. Right? Those 2 cells are extraneous. I forget if there's an R in there or not. But the point is that now we know that these are 6 different from each other because these add up to 51. This adds up to 45. So this one is 6 more than this one, right? So that's helpful because if anything is 6 different from anything, that's quite a bit. So if this was a 1, we can make this a 7. This was a 2, this would be a 3. what? That's an 8, sorry. This is a 3, this would be a 9. And that's it, right? That's how limited this is, right? The great news is that we know that this 4 includes a 1, 3. The 1, 3 that is in this box must be in this 1, 3 pair. So this cannot be neither 1 nor 3, making this a 2. This must be the 8. Ta-da! See? Isn't that great? Math can be fun. Math can be fun. Yay. I mean, it says to me who has a math bachelor, but I just like it. Okay. All right. So then we can do something very similar here, right? So let's do the same thing here. Ta-ta-ra-tan-tan. This one's going to be a little bit more tough for me because it's harder to see and understand. This one, all right, so let's add up all these. So we know this is 45. We know this is 45, right? So then let's do the math. It's 10 plus 9 plus 6. No, the easier way to do that is 10 plus 6. No, the easier way to do that is 14 plus 6, that's 20. Plus 10, that's 30. Plus 9, that's 39. Great, so we have 39. Then we have these. So these add up to 39, right? Okay. These add up to 39. So that means that these together, actually I'm going to make this not that color. I'm going to make it, I'm not sure which one's better for colored blind folks, but let's just go for, that's either much better or much worse. I am not sure, but yeah, okay. Point is, these two, therefore, must have a difference. Like, it's not just this cell must be 6 more than this one. It's that these have to be together different to this one. As in, if this one's 39, these all add up to 39, then these two have to be 6 different together to this cell. So it's the same thing that we did before, except now we have 2 cells that we have to account for. So in theory, we could do 1 and 1. We could do 1 and 1, except this one doesn't allow, right? There's a 1 here, and that's going to be looking at this one. So this can no longer be a 1, this is a 2. This is the minimum that we can make these 2 cells. And we just calculated that this cell needs to be 6 more than these 2 combined, right? So this is already a 3. So 6 more than 3 is 9. And so this is forced. This is forced because there's no wiggle room here. We can't have a digit larger than 9 here. We can't have digits lower than what we have here. So shall we recap? I'm going to take a sip because I am losing my breath. To recap, we know how much this is. We know how much this is. This is 6 less than this, meaning that these 2 cells are 6 combined, are 6 less than this cell, right? So we minimize them. This is a 1. This could be a 1, yeah, easily. This couldn't be a 1 because it's looking at this one, at this 4 cell, 2 cage 4 cell, 2 cell 4 cage. Therefore, this cannot no longer be a 1. So the only option this can be is a 9. Yes? Perfect. So this is 1, this is 2, and now we have, look, Sven's getting angry. Sven's getting upset. Sven is noticing that we can do better. So let's do better for Sven. And put digits in. So the 2, for example, that had to be in this cage, in the 7 cage, has to be here. This one is looking here, so this is the 1. And this is the 4. So we have now many more cells. A reminder now that James wants us to remember, which I would also do immediately, is this one. So recall, look at these twos. Now we ask ourselves by Sudoku, where 2 can go in box 1. So 2 can no longer be in these because of Sudoku. Behold that also 2 cannot repeat in its cage. Yes, usually that's not very important in like when you mix killer with other variants, but it's not used as much, I guess. It's, you know, but point is that the 2 would have to be here because it can't be here. Perfect. That means that if the 2 is here, this would be a 4, which it could be. If it was here, this would have to be a 7. I don't see that being an issue. Yeah, not sure. If this is now, I wonder what this, this is 8 now. Oh my gosh. All these, we need to have digits. I don't think James wrote this down, but what goes on in my head now is that for me, I think the amount of cells, of digits that are lower than 5 are quite limited here. Because here, look, we have to do 8 in 2, right? That requires at least one cell, one digit that's less than 5, right? I mean, any way you make it. Let's make an 8 tree. So the way I make my trees for each thing is that I do, here, let me just do it. It's 1, 9, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 4, which is not helpful to us today. This is how I make my trees. I just do 8 line and then 1, 9, 2, 7, 3, 6. So that's my 8 tree. Notice that in all of these, there's at least one digit. 3, 6. Why did I do this for like 10, then 9? What the fuck? Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that. What the hell did I do? 8 is 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5, and 4, 4. That was... Am I okay? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Point is, it's 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5, and 4, 4. Man, am I okay? All right. Okay, we move on. So that's how we make these 2 digits add up to 8 because we have this 2 here. We can't have another 2 in here. So the only thing we're looking at is 1, 7, 3, 5. Notice how both have one digit lower than 5, at least. So here's one digit lower than 5. The same thing's going to happen here with the 9. Let's do a 9 tree just to be sure. 9, we have 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. Yes, each one has a digit that's lower than 5, and then the same thing happens here. In fact, these two can either be 1 plus 5, or the rest is, yeah, lower than 5. In fact, we know what this is. This can either be 2, 4, or 1, 5. Right? Point is that this is a digit lower than 5. Here's another one. Here's another one. And here might be 2, so I don't know what we're going to do with this one. Anyways. These are, we'll probably this next steps don't have to be so aggressive. But this is very interesting now that this one is doing the same thing here. So this is 1, this could be the 5. The 2, we still don't know exactly which one. Okay, I'm so sorry, I got a call. We continue. What was I looking at? I was looking at this 2 being here. And then this one. Still be 1, 5. Actually, a better question here is where is 2? See, look at that. So 2 cannot be here. It can't be here. So there has to be... This is really well done. So there has to be a 2 here. That is crazy. That is amazing. Okay, so the 2, yeah. So we know that this is the 1, 5 because this has to be, the 2 has to be down here. Okay, great. This is okay. So this is 2, 4. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, now that this is 2 digits lower than 5, this is another digit lower than 5, there's another digit lower than 5. So in here we have digits above 5, which I'm sure we know because 13 and 2 is at minimum 6, 7. So these are just things I think about. Oh, what is this? Hello, sir. I did not write that down. That's 7. That's the one thing I knew starting off this channel. I was like, 15 and 2 is 8, 7. I don't know why. I just decided that that's, yeah, so 8 must be here because it can't be in this 10 because that would be 8, 2, and we can't repeat the 2. This can't be a 1, so there's no 8 here, actually. Where is 1? There has to be a 1 here. Oh, so this is 1, 7. Yeah, we know which way that goes. This is the 1, 7. Now, which ways can we do this? I think the only method we have left is 3, 6, right? Yeah. Yeah. Once this is here, this has to be 3, 6. Perfect. And this is remaining to be 5, 8. 5, 8. 5, 8 was another option, wasn't it? And then also 9, 4. Well, that's fine. 5. I mean, because I didn't think about it. I said 6, 7 minimum. I'm not sure why I said minimum. Yeah, not sure. Today's a really weird day. Okay, alrighty. So this is not 8. Muy bien, thank you, Sven. This 7 can no longer be here, and we need to have a 7 in this 45 cage. Another way of saying that is just by Sudoku, 7 has to be here in this box. But indulge me. Indulge me that this 45 cage has every digit from 1 to 9 at once, right? So that means that this is 7 here. It's interesting. This 8 must be here also, which we also knew. In fact, this 8 is here, this 8 is there. So it has to be here, but indulge me. This 9 contains a 2. 9 in 3 ways. I know this very well now. It's 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 5, and 2, 3, 4. And so then if there needs to be a 2, then we're not looking at 1, 3, 5. We're looking at 1, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, but then the 6 is here. So this did end up being 2, 3, 4. And look at this. The 2 has to be here. The 2 has to be here in this box, and the 3 is also looking down here. So this has to be a 4. And then this is a 2, 3 pair, meaning that this has to be 4, 8, and 5. Yes, good. This is 2, 7, 9. We still don't know which is which. I call this a success, though. This is going great. What can we do? What do we know about this one? So we know that this doesn't have a... If we know these, don't we? I like that. That's nice. I like that. Then this has to be 3, 7, or 6. No, 6 is here. 1. So this is 1, 3, 7. Meaning that these two have to be 4 and 6. Yes. Good. Okay, now we know what these are. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, 8, 9. And the 8 is looking here. There we go. 8, 8, 8. 9 must be here. I'll just write that down for shits and giggles. There's a cell that must be able to be here. 3. No. 9. No. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 4. Yes. Okay. We can place that. Thank you so much. So this is a 3 or a 6. There we go. Okay. More? Can we do more? I'm sure we know more about this, don't we? So 10 and 2. Let's do a 10. Let's do a 10 tree. 10 trees. Love 10 trees. 1, 9. Here we start with 1, 9. I don't know what was wrong with me before. 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6. So this cannot include a 1. So it's not 1, 9. It can include a 6. So it's not 4, 6. So we're looking at either 2, 8 or 3, 7. This 2 is looking here. So this would be 8. This would be the 2. This 7 is looking here. So this would be the 3. This would be the 7. Yes? What didn't I say that this, whatever 6 this is, this can't be, right? Because this 1 and 5 are looking here. So this can't be 1, 5. Otherwise 1 and 5 would have to be smushed into this one cell. That don't work. So this is 2, 4, which is fantastic because now we know this. So this is the 7. This is the 3. This is a really, I mean, I know, so I said this also in the one previous, the Variant Sudoku 101 previous, but these are, it's no joke that these are really good quality, these are really good quality puzzles. Wait a second. The 3 was here, so why did I put 3, 6 here? Yeah, that was not thought through, but no matter, because this is 5, 9 now, and the 2 is looking down here. Perfect. So that's 2, that's 3. Anything else? No, I want to look at this 8 now. Actually, what I could do is look at this 15, because look at the 7. So it's not 8, 7. So it's 9, 6, because there's only 2 ways of making 15, right? This is important to know. I'm pretty sure it's only 8, 7, and 9, 6. Yeah, it is. So then it's not 8, 7. So this is 9, 6. And we know exactly which way that goes because of the 6. So that's 6. That's 9. 9's looking over here now. That's perfect. This 8's looking here. So that's a 7. That's the 8. 8 must be here. Also a 1. That's random. This 1 has to be here. And this 8 is looking here. So that's 8. This is a 5. I hope this adds up. Should we check that? So this is 9, and this is another 9. That adds up to 18. That's perfect. Okay, so this is 8, and it doesn't include 4, 4. It doesn't include 3, 5, because the 3s are looking. The 3s are looking. So this is 1, 7, and it's not 1, 7. So this is 2, 6 by force. So this is 2. This is 6. This is really great because I just feel like it's not... Like without this, by Sudoku we would have known that the 2 was there. So never mind. I was gonna say without this I wouldn't have known, but I apologies. Well, maybe I wouldn't have known about the 6 because it could be here. Well, there you go. Now I know that the 6 has to be here, which is helpful. Also here, not sure if that's gonna be useful. I'm gonna write down these. So this is 3, not 4, 6, 7. This is 2, 9, right? Okay. This 9 is looking here, so that's a 5. Is there anything else that I'm not thinking about? Not sure. Not sure. Well, this I do know. Remember how we said that the 6 could be here? This cannot be. This 7 is either 1, 6, 2, 5, or 3, 4. It can't be 1, 6 because the 1s are looking. So this cannot have a 6 in it. So then this is 2, 5, which it can't be because there's 2s looking everywhere. And then 3, 4, which specifically must be in this manner. So that gives us some answers. This 9 must be 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. The 4s are looking. There must be a 1 actually by Sudoku, mustn't there? So the 1s can't be here in this box, and we could just place the 1. Sorry, so we could just place the 1. So that's the 8. This is looking here, so that's a 5. These are no longer 5s. Specifically, the 4 cannot be here, so that's a 4. That's an 8. Did we do 8s? We can place this 8, so that's a 6. That's no longer the 6, so that's a 7. I was gonna think we could place a 6s over here, but we cannot. We cannot. How about these? We can place 2. We cannot place 3. How cumbersome. 4, 5. We can place the 5. 6, 7. No 7? Boo. Boo. Wow. Well, it's gonna be how good a puzzle is how much I boo at it. I think that might be that might end up being the how much I do like it subconsciously scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 must be here. No, 5 is here. 5 is there, so that's 5. That's 9. Then this must be 9 and 7, which we can place. So this is a 7. This is the 9. This tells us there's 1 left here. Still no 3, 7 down here. Still no 3, 7. But we can place this 7, and that's 3. And here we have a 3. There's the 6. There's nothing like winding down the end of a Sudoku. I quite like it. There is nothing like it. 4 is placed here in this box. We still need 5. Then we still need 7. Then we need an 8 somewhere. Sven got mad. Sven got mad. 1 must be here. I'm just gonna place this because Sven is really getting annoyed at me not doing that. 1, 2. I see that there's one more cell to do. Ha. I usually finish what's in my proximity and then forget. Think it's the end of the puzzle, but it's not. Ooh. 3 must be here. Then we need a 9. Beautiful. This must be a 9. Yes. There we go. Cool. Great. What do you guys think? I liked it. It's very nice. I think killers, because it's so much math, I don't do killers 100% killer, but these are really cool tips and tricks. So if you wanted to learn it from me or from James, whatever, I just hope you learn, because learning is fun. So isn't it? Yeah, I like it. And yeah, that's how to do the glider Sudoku, glider killer Sudoku by James Sinclair. The blog is going to be in the description. And yeah, that's it for today. Warm regards. Take care. And thanks, James. See you. Oh, and don't forget about James's book.